decision, Alan Thomas here with Craig Morgan. How are we doing this morning?
Not too bad, just finished training with Gary Young, getting there, just keeping myself fresh for my fight on Saturday.
I didn't know you trained through here, but speaking to Gary, quite a few of you, obviously under Billy Nelson, but obviously you come through here quite a lot.
Aye, it's just if Billy's off one day, if Gary's off one day, we just mix and match, but it's good to learn from two different coaches and getting a greater experience of learning with them both. Yeah. So, aye, just gets you better. Gary's drilling through stuff, Billy's more technical, learning you, Gary's implanting everything that Billy's telling you just to make you a better boxer. So aye, they both swing off each other, perfect.
Is that you training sort of full time for boxing at the moment?
Aye, I train full time. I was working at Diamond Fitness in Logelly, but it was kind of hard getting, as anybody would tell you, boxing in a job doesn't work out. You have to be committed to one and you have to just go for it while you're there. So aye, full time boxing at the moment, and that's me being full time for no far off a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you sort of find it? Obviously, I think it was just about over a year that you made the debut.
Aye, no, I think pro boxing's class now, it's you're learning a totally different sport from amateur boxing. You're in there and you're in there to do your job. Amateur boxing, it could work around a job, you can kind of take both, but pro boxing you have to be in it to be a pro boxer at the end of the day. So aye, I think it's class and just learning every day. Yeah.
What's sort of the biggest difference do you think you've sort of found with it?
A lot more stress. A lot more stress. But no, I'd say the biggest difference is that's a hard question actually. Probably the adapting from amateur to pro, because it's as low as it's the same sport, it's totally different in its own way. No head guards, everybody watching you. Amateur, you're lucky if you're fighting in a venue full of 20 people. Then you go to MTK and you've got the Emirates Arena through 3,000 or 4,000 people, so it is a big difference. And as I said, it is stressful as well.
Yeah. What's sort of the most stressful thing about it?
It all runs losing weight to selling tickets to pleasing fans. Even though you should be pleasing yourself, you still have to work for everything. You have to please your fans. But I'd say probably the most stressful thing is your ticket sales.
Yeah.
If it's relied down to yourself. I've obviously got my mum and my dad to help me, a lot of my sponsors to help me, so I'm forever grateful of them helping me. So it does take a good bit of stress off myself, but I still deliver them.
I obviously, like, especially early on, ticket selling's a big part of the pro game and can dictate your chances a lot of the time.
It does, aye, because there's some people who won't put you on the bill if you've not sold enough tickets. So that first 0 to 10 fights, you have to prove yourself, unless you've got a good deal, mind you. But you have to prove yourself that you can sell and you can bring fans and you can put on a show for your future. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to do now.
Obviously done alright with MTK because they want you back on their bill on Saturday night.
I've done not too bad. My last one I sold quite a good bit of tickets. I think I brought about 140 people through where I stay, all minibuses travelling through themselves. This time it has kind of been a bit harder to sell tickets. I've not really been wanting to go out and publish them everywhere after the past couple of weeks, but still got a good 100 people coming with me, coming to support me, and I'm forever grateful to everybody that's coming to support me at this fight on Saturday as well.
Yeah. Obviously 4-0 at the moment, we're hoping to move to 5 on the Saturday. Yeah. Definitely
moving to 5, definitely.
How are you finding sort of featherweight in general? Because you're extremely tall for featherweight, like limit. Like.
I know, I'm not far off touching 6 foot. I'm about 5'11", 6 foot, and I'll be honest, it is quite hard to make it. But I'm a weirdo with my weight. If I see myself half a kilo up, I'll start panicking, and it needs to be off that day. And if I see myself a kilo up, it needs to be off that day. I need to be sitting at my weight 2-3 weeks before a fight, but I do find that it gives me a lot of problems a couple of weeks before a fight. Like I might start feeling aches and all that, but I still go in and I still perform to the best of my ability and I still feel good when I'm in the ring, so I don't see the problem. But I think in the next year I probably will move up. Whether it be super feather or the weight above it, it all depends how my body handles the food and what I'm like just naturally growing up.
I was going to say, because you're obviously only 19, I think, and like, I think when I was sort of 18 to like even 25, I think I was still growing. Like, I was probably going to play a lot for yourself. Like, what's it weight?
I know. Well, I boxed it in the amateurs at 64 kilo, and that's what's that, 10.5 stone, 10 stone 3, 10 stone 2. So I'm a stone lighter now. I don't know how I've done it. Didn't ask me how I've done it, but I've just managed to be a stone lighter. But I've always thought that 60 kilo was my weight, and then as soon as I turned pro, it's 57.8, 9 stone 2. I'm like, oh no, here we go again. Another bit of weight. My next fight will be at 8 stone 6. Nah, but I'll just see how it goes, see if I'm starting deteriorating in the ring when I'm sparring and all that, and if I start feeling a bit shite pretty much,
yeah.
I'll see how it goes, start eating, get my nutrition, probably think about moving up a bit.
I can say, because there is a little bit of leeway before you get to sort of the championship belts, and like, if you're not sort of making the weight 1 week, then
I'd probably say super feather. That's kind of where I'm at now. I'm fighting this fight 9 stone 1. So I think, what's it, 8 stone 11's the championship weight for feather? 8 stone, 8 stone something.
Top of my head, but,
late 8 stones anyway, and I'll be honest, I will struggle to make that without putting myself through a right tough time and not feeling good about myself. So I'll take it from there. I'd say super feathers where I'm kind of sitting at now, off season when I'm fighting. I'm kind of in between the both of them, so it's just trying to find the perfect fitting for whatever weight I'm going to be the best at.
Sort of spoke about just a little bit earlier on, but obviously you're from Kelty, and you were talking about sort of town tickets, so obviously with Conor Law sort of passing away a couple of weeks ago now. I know you were close to him, really close to him. I don't know, how has it been sort of for these past few weeks?
As much as it has affected everybody in Kelty, it's really good to see how much the community has came together and kind of showed their support to Conor, and it was outstanding. I know it was really sad, and everybody will forever miss him, but you know, just on the day of his funeral, to see at the top of Cowdenbeath, looking back into Kelty, traffic, queues and queues, thousands of people trying to get to Cowdenbeath, you were just thinking to yourself, you've done it. You've done that to everybody. You've made everybody come together and support and join together. And it should never have happened. You should never have seen the cars behind you. You should still be here today. But that's life, and as much as it's going to hurt everybody, you need to get up, because he wouldn't be wanting you sitting there crying every day. You need to get up and deal with it pretty much. Yeah. But it was a sad time for Kelty, and it was a sad time for everybody. Yeah. Just, you didn't really care what to say when it comes to stuff like that, eh?
Yeah, obviously both boxers, and I know you'd known him since you were little.
He actually got me into boxing at Kelty Boxing Club. It'll be 11 years this December. He got me in, he was like, why don't you come down? I was like, no bother. And we always used to take the piss at each other, all that. He's been everywhere with me. He was there when I won the British Championships. I was there when he won the Scottish Championships. He was there when I got European bronze. He came over to Dublin with me. He actually snapped my tooth while I was there, coming back on the ferry. Coming back on the ferry, we were sparring on the ferry. I caught him with a wee jab, and then I got a boom boom tooth right out, and I was like, alright, that's it, done. But he was brand new. I can always mind the wee story. Just when he's fighting, we all went out, and I was like, right, so this was in Cyprus. I'm like, right, no bother. So my dad hired a car, and nobody had a licence apart from my dad. And me and Conor was like, come on, go and, Dad, give us a shot to Conor. And my dad was like, no, I can't do it. So I had a full tank. I was like, come on, you've got a full tank there. We're not going to run it down. But I was like, right, can you tell Stevie? Stevie was our coach at the time. Well, we must have went out to about 8 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning, just driving about in this car. Then we came over then, running about in a rental car. And we came back in the morning, my dad was like, there's not a bit of fuel in it. And I, believe it or not, but went to 2 tanks of fuel in the night, full 2 tanks, had to pay it and everything, we were skint, running about in the car all night. Aye, no, he's a good character and he'll forever be missed, like he will be.
Costly.
Running about, no insurance, in Cyprus in a rental car.
Yeah.
Well, insurance, but running about.
Yeah, it's tough obviously because I know Kelty's, this isn't the first one in the last sort of few weeks, and
I know.
Like, it's just gutting. Like, I don't know how.
It is, it's been a bad time in Kelty. The 2 days before Connor passed away, one of his best friends passed away as well. Then 2 weeks before that happened, there was another boy from Logelly. His mum and stepdad come to all my fights. Robbie, he passed away as well. So it's been a kind of shock in the whole of like our kind of area, Cownbeef, Logelly, Fife, and all that. It's kind of been a bit, whoa, bit on the edge. Like, and it's no good to hear. It's been, once you hear it, you hear every stories from everywhere, and it's a bit scary, like, because you don't know who you could be walking past, who's got mental health issues, and it's just one of the things, You have to talk about it and get it out in the open, so you can fix your problems, It's demons inside you, and the only reason you're going to fix them is if you speak out about them and get it out there,
Did you spoke with Connor sort of about it or that?
See, the last time I spoke to Connor, we were at the shop talking about boxing, and it was just, you would never expect a thing, You would never expect it, and even all his friends, last time they spoke to him, it was brand new, and it's just one of the things, you don't know what they were thinking at the time, And you don't know whether to ask someday, you don't know whether not to ask someday, because it could be insulting them, it could bring something out that you never heard of, but it's like, you didn't know what to say, You didn't know what to say, and it's hard that it has to be like that,
Yeah, I was saying just to your dad just before, so I was just texting about like Game of Thrones or something like.
Oh, I loved his Game of Thrones. I think he watched that about 10 times. He did repeat.
What episode was it? I think, spoiler alert if anyone's watching, but it was when RA killed the Night King, and I was like, oh, just seen that, and he was just talking about that. It's funny.
I'll be honest, I didn't watch it.
You know,
I didn't watch it. I'm a Power man. I like watching Power.
I've seen the first season of that, but it's pretty heavy going. It's like non-stop.
Power and a bit of Love Island.
I save that for another day, because I could definitely speak to you about that.
That's no fun a boxing video.
Tommy Fury on it as well. So.
Aye, true, aye. But he's just no right, is he?
How did you find it sort of like a few days after? Was kind of like, did you?
I took a week off and I wasn't really bothered what was the outcome. I was taking a week off. I had to get my head sorted. I had to get everything, because it was like Kelty just hit a standstill. Where we come from, it was just total. You were driving about and there was no one about. It was proper weird, just like nothing was right. And I was actually down at Haggerson Castle with my girlfriend when I found out. So I went straight back up the road. I went and seen Connor's mum and dad and all that, just give them my respects and all that. And it was pretty mental. So I took that week off from Monday to Friday, and then I came back on the Monday there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they've kind of built up to the funeral, so I took the Thursday off and then funeral on Friday.
Yeah. Props for speaking to about this, by the way, because you're only 19, and I can't imagine how many other 19-year-olds sort of go through that.
You have to speak about stuff like that, If you don't speak about it, it'll end up damaging you and others more inside. There'll be people watching this and thinking, they can speak out about it, and they can actually go and talk about things and no feel insecure about what's happened to them or how hard their life is. They have to come out and speak about it. It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah, especially in the boxing world. Like I've interviewed people, I won't bother naming names, but people know them, like that have spoken out about mental health, and like it's quite a few. It's not just like the old one or two. Like there is.
There's a mental health with boxing, and there's mental health with just living your own life. People don't, and I'm not taking anything away from people who don't do boxing, because some people have a lot on their mind, but the stress from boxing alone is hard. So if you've got something outside of boxing that's stressing you out, and you're a professional or an amateur boxer, it's going to just collide and collide. You need to sort stuff out, eh?
Yeah. Did you think about not fighting this week? Because I mean, that you would have been perfectly reasonable not to.
No, I didn't. For the simple reason, will he be telling me not to fight, or would he be telling me to just get a grip, get up, fight him, beat him, come out, and then that's it, train for the next one? I don't think for 1 second he'd be up there thinking, didn't fight, because he would never be like that. There's been times I've been 6 kilo overweight in amateurs 3 days before a fight, and he'd just be shouting at me, right, you need to get up, get training, coming out for jogs with him. We've went everywhere, up Falkland Hill, up in Glen Office, everywhere, just to lose the weight, and he'd be like, right, you've done it. I'm like, right, perfect. So for 1 second I didn't think he's up there thinking, you better fight or he'd be stupid not to. He'd be laughing at me if I didn't, he would be. But I know, fighting, date for him, I've got a few t-shirts made. I've got 30 t-shirts made for everybody with Connor, and to pay my respects for Robbie as well, one of my other friends, for my t-shirts. And I'm coming out to, actually I'm not going to spoil it, my song, my entrance song, going into an entrance song, I'm not going to spoil it. Good entrance song.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys appreciate it as well if you was, yeah. Obviously I'd seen on Boxwork, I think, that sort of chatted about before, but you were scheduled for a fight in Sheffield. I'm assuming, as we sort of chatted, that's probably not going to be the case.
I don't think it will happen. It's just kind of been a lot going on and all that, and with it being 2 weeks after this fight, I'd say it was a bit too quick for me to kind of get back into training and get all that done. I've already took a week off, and I didn't want to go and take another week off and all that. It's just, I don't think it was right for going into that fight. Just wait, and I'll probably get another fight in a couple of months. Yeah. So I've got a holiday and all that booked, and it was kind of a bit, everything fluctuated.
Rather far away than go to Sheffield. No, that's fair enough. What's your sort of aim for this year? Obviously, like, you're sort of getting to the stage where you're like pushing up the round numbers.
This year, to be honest with you, I've not got anything in sight. I'll leave it up to Billy and Gary, both working together, and if they think I'm ready, they think I'm ready. Personally, I'll fight them all. It doesn't bother me, I'll fight everybody. But it's all about what they think, and it's down to their word. I think you have to be 21 for a title anyway, don't you?
I don't actually know.
I'm pretty sure
Would you have to get a horse permission or something?
I think it's for a British title. I'm not sure for a Scottish, but I'm sure for a British, and titles above it's 21. I could be totally wrong.
To be honest, I've not actually had anyone that's like been in that position. So
young boy, aye. But I think it'll. I think it is 21. So we'll just wait until I'm that age. I do want to go down the kind of same routes as like what Lee McGregor done. I want to try and get a youth world title, but that's probably still. I'm only a 4-round fighter at the moment. I'll move to 6s after this fight, and we'll just take it from there. I'll start sparring 10s, start sparring 12s, and I'll just start building it up. It's an apprenticeship for me now. As bad as that sounds, it is. My first 3 years got to be apprenticeships for how young I am. So just take it day by day, learn and learn, get better and better, and see what happens.
Yeah. How have you found sort of the sparring for this camp?
Sparring's been good, sparring has been good. It's been hard, it's been tough, but I see myself improving every day. I've been sparring Mohammed Wazeem, who's just signed with Danny Vaughan and MTK. He's sharp, he is sharp. I'm not going to take nothing away from him. Good sparring for me. He's a little bit smaller than me. He was sitting roughly about the same weight as me at the time, so it was really good sparring, and to get world class. To be honest, I thought he won his world title fight. When I watched it, dropped the boy, was it the 10th or the 11th round he dropped the boy as well?
You're asking me a lot of questions. I don't know the answers for today.
Aye, but I watched it because I didn't know who he was. I was surprised, and Billy was like, right, you're sparring him today. I was like, right, no bother. I went and sparred him, I came out and I'm thinking, who have I just beaten him with? No chance he's no just like 3 or 4-0. I checked, I was like, world title. I was like, alright, no bother. I can feel a bit better about myself now. But aye, great experience. I've also been sparring Cash Farouk. I've done, I think, 20 or 30 rounds with Cash. Good sparring. he's sharp as a tack, as you all know. He's dynamite, the wee boy. I'd still love to see him and Lee McGregor fight. Like, I think that'd be an unbelievable fight. Yeah. And I've also been sparring Lewis Paulin, who's fighting for the British title against Walsh. Yeah. Walsh, is it the end of this month? End of this month. So that'll be a good fight. And also, it was good for me sparring him and good for him sparring me, because it was two southpaws. Walsh is a switch hitter. I'm not as strong as Walsh because of my age, but for technical ability, I'd say I'm better. So it was good sparring.
Weight as well.
But it was really good sparring. The three of them are all British level and world level boys. And for me, going in at 4-0 and sparring good names like that, it's only going to benefit me. And if it wasn't, there'd be something wrong. So I'm ready for this fight on Saturday, and I can't wait. How
do you find all the travelling? Because obviously, like, Kelty is pretty far away from all these places that you have to travel to. You
have to travel. It doesn't matter where it is. You have to travel to be the best. All the good fighters in the east get trained in the west. So yeah, it's true though. They're not the good ones. But to be honest, it's not actually that far from my house to Billy's. It's only 45 minutes, and to here it's not an hour. So it's not ridiculously far. And I know it sounds a lot quicker coming to Edinburgh than Glasgow, but the traffic in Leith is ridiculous. It took me half an hour to get to Leith. From where's it? Drumbray. Is it Drumbray? From Drumbray down to here, it took me like 35 minutes or something, and it's only about 5 miles. But it's a nightmare. But travelling's not really a big issue. My dad does help me out a lot. He takes me back and forward and all that. So sorted for travelling.
If anyone is looking for tickets for your fight, is there still time to get them?
There is. We've got a couple of days, 2-3 days. But if you want tickets, I've got £40 tickets left and £100 tickets left. £100 gets you the VIP. And if you want to, I'm putting on a minibus. And for all the VIPs, I'm buying them a bottle of drink, whatever they want for themselves. If it's £40, you're still getting the minibus back in there, but you're sitting in the bleacher station there, you get to pick your big bottle. But if you want, just contact me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anything you want. As long as it's got my name there, and just let me know and I'll come through and give you tickets.
You're going to absolutely clean out one supermarket.
Definitely. No, the last time I think we spent for 6 minibuses, £250 a minibus, alcohol. So that was about a grand. It was about £1,200. It was £1,200 just to get the minibuses, but we didn't have to pay for the minibuses. It was all sponsors and that. So it did save us a lot of money doing that too. So we thought we'll just go all out in the alcohol and get them all buzzing for the fight. It's 130 people. We had to spend a lot.
Obviously, as we just chatted about there, sponsors been a big help to get you where you are today, and especially with full-time training as well. I
know they've been a very big help. I've got my shorts here, sneak preview before the fight with all my sponsors on them. So I'll start off with Granite Scotland. He helps me a lot, helping me with money to pay for the likes of my shorts and to pay for t-shirts and all that for my fights. I've got the Conservatory Converters. He helps me with minibuses and he also pays me for the likes of MRI scans and all of that. In Country, he also contributed to, he's a restaurant, an Italian restaurant. He contributed to my MRI scans as well and to apply for my pro boxing licence. And he's also good friends with my dad, so we get free meals. Ewan's and son, Jordan, he also helps me a lot. That's one of Paul's best friends as well. He gives me money to help me with all my sponsors and all that. Just pretty much everything, get my shorts done. Just whatever I can contribute it to, it'll help, getting gloves and all that. Block Build, he always buys like a table of 10 for every one of my fights and also gives us a lot of training equipment. So we've got a gym at our house as well, and he supplies some training equipment to help me train while I'm back at my home as well, running machines and all that, and he also gives me a bit of money for stuff for boxing.
Good stuff. Anything you'd like to add at all that I haven't touched on?
No, really at all. I just thank you very much for coming and taking the interview with me.
No bother. Listen, I'm sure I'll probably see you after the fight, but best of luck and
thank you very much.
5-0 hopefully.
Perfect.